Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Onos and today I'm going to talk about 5 reasons I'll be playing Ghost of Tsushima. In this video I will cover some of my own observations and give you the reasons I have already pre-ordered the game. I will also talk about some of my hopes for how the full game plays out. If you enjoy the video guys, please leave me a like or comment as it supports the growth of the channel. I would also be interested to hear what your own reasons are to be excited for this game. So let's get started. Reason number 1. Basic combat. The combat in Ghost of Tsushima cannot be emphasized enough. Looking at the gameplay and slowing it down, just look at how technically accurate the combat looks. The enemies don't look like they can take an unrealistic amount of damage. This is very important in a game like this, to me at least. The realism in combat really appeals to me. Having an enemy take only a few well-placed strikes to take them down puts the emphasis on timing, accuracy and focus. All of which align perfectly with the samurai aesthetic of the game. Some enemies look to be more difficult to defeat, but that is not simply because they can soak up damage. It's because they have some mechanism for defense, like a spear or shield, or they are particularly skillful with their sword work. To fight at this level, to make it a beautiful battle, you must be able to switch between stances to combat certain enemy types. You can parry, dodge and riposte with perfect timing. I find all of that very appealing. Learning how to time your fights perfectly, having all your tools available, knowing your enemy, and then combining all of that knowledge down into one perfectly timed strike, which looks so effortless in the hands of a master. To give you an example of the technical brilliance here, just look at this drop step during the final strike of this fight. The drop step is used in karate, kendo, and a number of other martial arts, both in weapon arts and in unarmed combat, to add power to certain strikes. Reason number 2. Duels. The boss battles. My hope is that any boss battle, imagine me doing air quotes when I say that, will be less about bigger, meatier, monstrous enemies and more about sword skill, timing, finesse and spatial awareness. As you develop the character of Jin, I genuinely hope that the ghost abilities do not overshadow the swordplay and slick combat style. That said, my third point should counter any risk of this. Fun fact before we move on, Jin, which is the name of our character, when translated from Japanese, has a number of different meanings. It can be sword or blade, it could be deity or god, it can mean quiet or tranquil, and it can mean duty, responsibility and obligation. These are just a few possible meanings behind the name.
Nobu, come!
Reason number 3. Freedom of choice. From an interview with Sucker Punch, it was stated that there will be no narrative changes based on the choices you make. The story will not be limited. If you were to choose the dishonourable path, leaning more into your ghost abilities or using stealth and sneak kills, there will be no major consequences or repercussions. This leaves you completely free to choose your own blend of combat styles with complete freedom. You can walk into a camp for an honourable duel, or you can creep along the rooftops and stealth kill half the camp before they are even aware of your presence. The choice is up to you. Reason number 4, crafting and customization. There is said to be crafting in Ghost of Tsushima, but very little is known about it before release. From what I've read so far, crafting will entail improvements and customization for the weapons and armour in the game, which leans into the point I just made about freedom of choice. You will also be able to change the look of Jin's armour. I expect that some of the customizations will involve prioritising your desired playstyle using augmentations, rather than allowing for a complete change of weapons, for example. And reason number 5, world design and storytelling. The story is said to be linear from what I understand. It's a story that Sucker Punch wanted to tell about a samurai taking a path as a necessity, which leads to his development but comes with a cost and sacrifice. The narrative will not change based on your actions. Sucker Punch are renowned for gameplay choices changing the outcome of the narrative. This has been a previous pillar of their other games, such as Infamous, but not this time. The storytelling in Ghost of Tsushima will be the pillar this time. The story will be told regardless of your responses to in-game conversations or your fighting style. That said, the game will not be strictly on a linear path. You have a beautiful open world to discover. The small details like procedurally generated clouds so they will never look flat or the same. The wind moving through the grass and the trees, which also plays into the game giving you your next path to tread. The bold and beautiful styles of the different areas in the game. The UI design has been deliberately stripped back so that you can enjoy the beauty around you without being stuck looking at a map for half the game. Combat will be based on visual cues rather than completely telegraphed attacks. That's it guys, they are my 5 reasons for being so excited for this game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear the reasons you are excited for this one, especially if they differ from my own. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, take care, stay safe. Bye bye now.